Central. May I first clarify that actually we are not here because of Nairobi Central, but because we also have this company that you are mentioning, Nairobi Cosmopolitan Conference, also has members there. And I particularly happen to have been the leader of that church when this trouble started. And I was right in trying to convince the pastor who had come in June that the way he wants to go is divisive. And we began that as early as he came in. What I would say is that before he came in, the church has not experienced any signs of disunity that can be talked of. In fact, he even participated in one action of evangelism that he found us involved in Game. Game is in Siaya, Nyapiedo in particular. He actually went to baptize 273 people who had been brought to Christ through the effort of the church, united as we were. You can therefore not assign these squabbles to the church. The church membership does not and cannot take this responsibility. The responsibility is the pastor who came in. Pastor J.P. Maiwa came in June and started organizing on how he will disorganize the church. He began with the elders. Elders are elected by the congregation. And the church documents clearly stipulate that elders report to the congregation because they were elected by them. The church pastor is an employee of the conference where Karago is the head. He therefore reports there. The interests he represents in that church are spiritual interests, and so he reports those spiritual interests to his bosses, while the elders report to the congregation. And so the attempt that he's talking about is true. It was not an attempt. We actually resolved to have him returned, not sacked, returned to the employer for redeployment elsewhere because he was a divisive element. He had brought down the spiritual standing of that church. We used to have prayer meetings on Wednesdays. He discouraged that. There wasn't any until December. We usually in the worldwide church have quarterly, every quarter, a Sabbath of fasting and prayer. He did not arrange that. That is mainly arranged by them, the spiritual leaders of the church. He did not. And all these things we mentioned and asked their bosses that we want spiritual nurture and nourishment. We do not want squabbles that are likely to come. And indeed, come the period of nomination is when we realized that he was actually sent in a timely manner by his bosses to come and disrupt Nairobi Central for purposes of election. You have been told the gerrymandering that goes on in election. Nairobi Central has been, for a long time, the leading light of the churches in East and Central Africa. And you know that it has people who are of very high caliber in the society. And so they know that if they disturbed Nairobi Central and they succeeded, then they have succeeded in their gerrymandering. I think I will stop there.